You know what's funny about regrets? We think they'll come from the big mistakes, the dramatic failures, the moments where everything falls apart. But the truth is, my biggest regret isn't something I did, it's something I didn't do. For years, I ignored it. I pushed it aside. I told myself I'd get to it later. And now, looking back, I can see exactly how much it cost me. Today, I'm going to share with you the one thing I ignored for years and regret the most. And if you're doing the same thing right now, I hope my story will be the wake-up call you need before it's too late. Let me paint you a picture. 5 years ago, I thought I had everything figured out. I was climbing the ladder, checking off goals, staying busy from sunrise to sunset. My calendar was packed. My to-do list was never-ending. I was productive, ambitious, driven. On the surface, everything looked great. But underneath it all, something was slowly dying. And I didn't even notice. That something was my health. Not just my physical health, though that was definitely deteriorating. I'm talking about the complete picture. My body, my mind, my energy, my vitality. I ignored every single warning sign because I thought I was invincible. I thought I could outwork my body's needs. I thought sleep was optional. Exercise was for people with free time, and stress was just part of the game. I was so wrong. It started small. Little things I could easily rationalize away. I'd wake up tired even after sleeping. My back would ache from sitting at my desk for 12 hours straight. I'd get headaches that I'd push through with another cup of coffee. My clothes started fitting differently, but I told myself I'd deal with it later. I'd snap at people I loved over nothing, then feel guilty, but never connect the dots to how exhausted I really was. Everyone around me was doing the same thing, so it felt normal. We'd joke about surviving on caffeine and takeout. We'd wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. 4 hours of sleep? That's dedication. Skipping lunch to finish a project? That's commitment. Going months without real exercise? Well, who has the time? I had 1,000 excuses. Work was demanding. Life was busy. I had responsibilities. I'd get healthy when things calmed down, when the big project finished, when I had more time. When. The problem with waiting for the perfect moment is that it never comes. Life doesn't calm down. It just keeps moving. And if you're not taking care of yourself, you're slowly running yourself into the ground. The wake-up call came on a Tuesday. Nothing dramatic, no heart attack or emergency room visit. Just a regular Tuesday when I caught my reflection in a bathroom mirror at work. Really looked at myself for the first time in months. I barely recognized the person staring back at me. My eyes looked hollow. My face was puffy. My shoulders were permanently hunched. I looked 10 years older than I actually was. But it was the look in my eyes that really got me. There was no light there, no spark, just exhaustion and something else I couldn't quite name. Later, I realized what it was. Resignation. I had resigned myself to feeling terrible, to being tired, to sacrificing my well-being for everything else in my life. That moment should have changed everything, but it didn't. Not yet. I went right back to my desk and kept working, because even when you see the problem clearly, change is hard. Breaking patterns is hard. Admitting that you've been handling things wrong is hard. What finally pushed me over the edge happened 3 months later. I was playing with my nephew, just running around the backyard, and after 10 minutes I had to stop. I was completely winded. My heart was pounding. My legs felt like jelly. This kid was 6 years old, and I couldn't keep up with him for 10 minutes. He looked up at me with these confused eyes and asked why I was so tired, and I didn't have a good answer. I mumbled something about being out of shape, but inside, something cracked. This wasn't the person I wanted to be. This wasn't the uncle I wanted to be. This wasn't the life I wanted to live. That night, I did something I hadn't done in years. I sat down with a pen and paper, no screens, no distractions, and I got honest with myself. Really honest. I wrote down everything I was feeling, everything I was avoiding, all the ways I was neglecting myself. The list was devastating. I hadn't had a real health checkup in 3 years. I was eating garbage, literally whatever was fastest and easiest. I hadn't exercised with any consistency in over 2 years. I was stressed constantly, but did nothing to manage it. I wasn't sleeping enough, and the sleep I got was terrible quality. I had no hobbies anymore, nothing I did just for joy. Every single aspect of my health had been sacrificed to the altar of productivity and busyness. And for what? I looked at what I'd accomplished in those years, and sure, I'd done well professionally. I'd made money. I'd impressed people. But I'd also missed out on so much life. I'd been too tired to enjoy experiences, too stressed to be present with loved ones, too run down to pursue passions. I was successful on paper, but miserable in reality. The regret hit me like a wave. All those years I could never get back. All those moments I'd been too exhausted to fully experience. All that damage I'd done to my body that would take time and effort to undo. I had treated my health like it was infinite, like I could abuse it indefinitely and there would never be consequences. But here's what I learned, what I wish I'd understood years earlier. Your health is the foundation of everything else. Every single thing you want to do, achieve, or experience requires you to be healthy enough to do it. Your relationships suffer when you're too tired to be present. Your work suffers when your brain is foggy and your body is exhausted. Your dreams stay dreams because you don't have the energy to pursue them. I had been living like my health was separate from the rest of my life, something I could tend to later. But it's not separate. It's the soil everything else grows from. Neglect the soil, and nothing else can truly flourish. That realization was the turning point. I decided right then that things had to change. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things calmed down. Right then. I started small because I had to. Years of neglect couldn't be fixed overnight. I began with sleep. I set a bedtime and actually stuck to it. The first few nights felt impossible. My mind raced. I felt like I was wasting time, but I pushed through. Within 2 weeks, I noticed a difference. Within a month, I felt like a different person. Then came movement. I didn't jump into some extreme fitness program. I just started walking. 20 minutes a day. That's it. Just moving my body, getting outside, breathing fresh air. It felt good. So good that I wanted to do more. I added stretching, then some basic strength training. Nothing crazy, just consistent. Food was harder. I'd built so many bad habits around eating. But I started cooking again. Now, a few years later, my life looks completely different. I'm not perfect. I still have busy seasons and stressful times, but my health is non-negotiable now. It's the first priority, not the last. I exercise regularly because I genuinely enjoy how it makes me feel. I sleep enough because I've experienced the difference it makes. I eat well because I respect my body too much to fuel it with garbage. And here's the beautiful part. Taking care of my health didn't slow me down or make me less productive like I'd feared. It did the opposite. I have more energy now than I did in my 20s. I'm more focused, more creative, more resilient. I can work hard when I need to, but I also have the capacity to rest and recover. I'm present with people I love. I pursue hobbies I'm passionate about. I feel alive in a way I didn't for years, but I still carry the regret. All those years I wasted, all that unnecessary suffering, all those moments I missed because I was too exhausted to show up fully. I can't get those back. That time is gone forever. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Because if you're ignoring your health right now, if you're putting it off until later, if you're sacrificing your well-being for productivity or success or busyness, please hear me. Later might be too late. Not because you'll necessarily have some dramatic health crisis, but because you're missing your life right now. You're missing the energy to fully engage with experiences. You're missing the clarity to appreciate moments. You're missing the vitality that makes life feel worth living. And one day, if you're lucky, you'll wake up and realize what you've lost. And you'll regret it. Your health is not something to tend to when you have time. It's not a luxury or an indulgence. It's the foundation of everything you want to do and be. Treat it that way. Prioritize it. Protect it. Because unlike money or opportunities or even relationships, you only get one body, one mind, one chance at this life in this form. I ignored that truth for years, and I paid the price. Don't make my mistake. Don't wait for a wake-up call. Don't assume you have infinite time to figure it out. Start today. Start small if you need to, but start. Move your body. Feed it real food. Let it rest. Manage your stress. Get checked by a doctor. Do the basic things that humans need to thrive. Future you will thank you, or future you will regret it. The choice is yours to make right now in this moment. I hope you choose better than I did. Subscribe to my channel and join me on this journey to living our best, healthiest lives. Your future self is counting on you.